What's up, y'all? FJT back with another episode of his side of the story. This should be a quick one. This was back when I was younger and I got my first full time job. And most people at the job were cool and everybody got their work done for the most part. There were about like four men, four women, plus two supervisors who would check up on us every once in a while, or they would bring supplies. There was a woman named Keisha. She was the hardest working female there. And Keisha, she didn't smile or talk much. As soon as she clocked in, she went straight to work and got busy. At the job, gossip was everywhere, and there was a woman named Sherry who told everyone's business. And since I was new at the company, she filled me in on the drama, right? One thing she said stuck with me. Keisha was in an abusive relationship. She come to work with bruises and always wore a hat to hide part of her face. I asked, why is her husband abusing her? Sherry said, he's insecure. He swears Keisha's cheating, but all she does is work and go home. She always told Keisha to leave that cycle, but Keisha never did. Some days, my coworker said Keisha's husband was peeping through the windows or even pulling doors trying to get inside. We always wondered, like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, but nobody even called the cops or nothing. One day, Keisha was stomping around complaining someone messed with her car. And our coworker, Kevin, is a retired mechanic, so he checked it out and said someone tried to put sugar in her gas tank. Everyone already knew it was her husband. Kevin and Keisha barely talked with each other, but he was the only guy she seemed to speak with at the company. And Kevin was super quiet except when he laughed. He's the type to laugh at anything and everything. If you needed someone to laugh at your corny jokes, he'd make you feel like an all-star comedian. So fast forward to summer. They switched the employees to different buildings. I ended up working with Kevin in a new place. And on my lunch break, I remember I was alone in the break room eating when Kevin decided to join me. We started laughing and talking about all the crazy drama from our old building. Then I imitated a guy named George who everyone couldn't stand. Everyone hated this dude. And when I repeated what George said, I was like, yeah, I know Kevin's about to eat Keisha's box tonight. That's how he talked, right? Kevin busted out laughing and he said, man, that goddamn George messed everything up. Went around telling my business. He can't keep his mouth shut. I was like, hold up. So you and Keisha were messing around? He goes, yeah. Then it clicked in my head. Then I said, oh, so that's why her husband kept coming up to the building to spy on her. Kevin laughed. He said, yeah, yeah. The whole time, we all thought the husband was just jealous and insecure, but Kevin told me the truth that he and Keisha were secretly hooking up. Then he told me his side of the story. So what happened was, according to Kevin, her husband found out Keisha was secretly talking to another man by searching her phone, but didn't know his name or what he looked like. So she had Kevin's contact saved as a female's name to make it seem like she's talking with a female friend. The husband knew it was someone from the job, which is why he kept spying on her building trying to find the guy. And if he found him, he was looking to end Kevin's existence. And here's what's crazy. Keisha's a good-looking brown-skinned black woman, and Kevin is an older black man that's overweight, missing teeth, bald spots, yellow and black teeth. Not exactly a looker, but she still found something in him. And he was socking that pipe to her. So moral of the story, you can do whatever you want, but I recommend y'all not to mess with someone's wife because it could get you shot, stabbed, or worse. And as a former company ink dipper myself, I say, fellas, I recommend you to never dip your pen in the company ink. The consequences ain't worth it. That's one of my stories. I got plenty more. And if you got similar drama, drop it in the comments.